Most real estate agents will not tell you these things, not because they're bad people, but because they get paid when the transaction closes. And some of these conversations make closing harder. But if you're buying a home in San Francisco, likely the biggest financial investment you've ever made, you need to hear these things. So now let's go over 5 things agents don't tell you about living in San Francisco. 1. TICs are more complicated than agents admit. TIC stands for tenancy in common. It's a form of shared ownership that's quite common in San Francisco. Many agents will compare it to a condo and say it's the same thing but cheaper. That's not entirely false, but it's not the complete picture. Here's what a TIC actually is. You and the other owners split a percentage of the entire property. With a TIC, you have an agreement that might say Alex lives in unit 1 and Jacob lives in unit 2, but legally you both own the entire building together. Regarding financing, many banks don't lend on TICs. That means you're not getting a typical conventional loan, but rather a TIC specific loan. That usually means that you're paying a higher interest rate, sometimes half a point, if not a full point higher than a conventional mortgage. On a $1 million loan, that's thousands of dollars a year. You're also financially tied to your co-owners. God forbid, if one of them stops paying on their mortgage, property taxes, or insurance, you'll be on the hook. Also, if they ever want to sell and can't find a buyer, that complicates things. You can't just sell your unit like you would with a condo. The buyer has to be approved by all other TIC owners. And lastly, if you want to refinance or take out a home equity line of credit, all the other co-owners have to agree. In this situation, you don't even have complete control over your own financing. With that being said, TICs can make sense and can be a good deal. They're often 15 to 25% cheaper than their counterpart condos. If you're trying to get into the San Francisco real estate market on a budget and understand the risks, they could be a great investment. The reality is, many agents won't walk you through all of this. They might say it's like a condo and move on. The truth is that it's more complicated, and if you're going to purchase one, you need to go in eyes wide open and understand the risks. Okay, that's it on TICs. Now let's talk about the monthly costs. Hey everyone, by the way, my name's Alex Epstein, and I'm a lifelong San Franciscan and realtor here in the Bay Area. If you're ever looking to buy, sell, or rent a home, or could ever use any help with anything real estate related, I'd be more than happy to be a resource for you. Please don't hesitate to contact me and my information below. Thanks, and let's get on with the video. Number 2, the real monthly cost. When buyers look at homes, they're focused on the purchase price and the monthly mortgage payment. Many agents know that at a certain purchase price, your monthly payment might be, for example, $6,000. But the truth is, that's not actually your monthly cost. Not even close in some scenarios. Here's what actually goes into your monthly housing cost here in San Francisco. First is property tax. In California, taxes are based upon your purchase price, not what the current owner is paying. If the seller purchased in 1995, they might be paying $3,000 a year on their taxes. However, if you're buying at today's prices for a $1.5 million home, your property taxes will cost $18,000 a year. Second is special assessments. San Francisco has old infrastructure and old buildings. That means that there are a lot of upgrades and deferred maintenance that needs to take place. That can easily add $100 to $500 a month on top of your mortgage. Next is Mello-Roos. Some of the newer developments in the city have this. It's a special tax that funds infrastructure in developing areas. If your home has Mello-Roos, that can be anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a month. Fourth is HOA fees. If you're buying a condo or TIC, you can easily have HOA fees being anywhere from $300 to even $1,500 a month. The thing that most agents won't tell you regarding this are upcoming special assessments. A lot of older buildings in San Francisco face major capital improvements. That could be anything from foundation work, seismic retrofitting, or a new roof. If the HOA is planning for a $2 million project and there are 20 units, that means each unit is going to get a special assessment in the amount of $100,000. You are going to want to know that before buying. Next is insurance. Homeowners insurance in California has gotten expensive. In San Francisco, you're generally looking at anywhere between $1,500 and $3,000 a month minimum. If you're in a high-risk area, it can be significantly more. Sixth is utilities. Older buildings can get expensive to heat. If you're buying a Victorian with original windows and no insulation, your heating bill in the winter with PG&E could easily be $300 to $500 a month, if not more. Newer buildings tend to be more efficient, but you need to ask and know what you're getting into. And lastly, parking. If the home doesn't come with parking, you either need to fight for street parking, or you might need to pay anywhere from $200 to $500 a month to park in a garage. The bottom line here is that 2 homes priced at the same price can actually have completely different monthly costs. One might have HOA fees, Mello-Roos, and special assessments coming up. Okay, now we're done with monthly costs, so let's talk about one of the biggest financial risks in San Francisco, which are unpermitted spaces. Number 3, Unpermitted spaces can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Obviously, San Francisco has a ton of older buildings. Over time, people tend to add rooms, convert garages, finish basements, and built out space, many times without permits. We all know this is common, and many times you might get an extra bedroom and think, wow, this is great. I have extra space. While that might be true, that might be a significant financial and legal risk. The first one is with insurance and liability. Let's say you buy a multi-unit property and one of them is unpermitted. For this example, let's say it was a garage and it was converted to a studio. If there's ever a fire, your insurance company might deny the claim. They can argue that the unit is not supposed to legally be there and therefore they're not going to pay. If someone gets hurt there, you might also be liable. The fact that the previous owner did the work will not protect you. You bought the property, so now it's your problem. The second one is the renovation trigger. And this one catches some people by surprise. Let's say you buy a house and want to renovate the kitchen. You pull permits and the inspector comes out. When doing so, they notice that the garage was converted to a bedroom years ago. Without a permit, the city can flag it and make you bring the entire unpermitted space up to code. Potentially, that means tearing walls, redoing electrical, or upgrading foundations. They might even make you remove it entirely. That can easily be tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of work. The last risk is resale value. When you go to sell, unwarranted work is a disclosure problem. You need to tell the buyer spaces are unpermitted. That limits your buyer pool because some buyers won't even touch a property that has unpermitted work. On top of that, some lenders won't even finance on it. If you're buying a property with unpermitted work, that could be okay, but you should understand the risk you're getting into. It could be beneficial to get a cost estimate on what it would take to get the whole space up to code and get permits. Alternatively, you could get a cost on removing it. Many times it's more expensive than you would like, and it's a hassle. If an agent tells you everything's done without permits and it's no big deal, that's kind of true, but it's not the whole picture. It can be a very big deal depending on what you want to do with the property. I'm not trying to scare you, I just want to make sure you're going in with your eyes wide open. It's common in San Francisco, but it could present a real risk. Now let's talk about safety, because this is one of the largest conversations agents tend to avoid. Number 4, block by block safety varies dramatically. This can be uncomfortable to talk about, but you should understand this if you're moving to San Francisco. Safety can vary block by block in this city. You can have a beautiful, quiet street where people leave their cars unlocked, and 2 blocks away, there might be car break-ins happening every night. Some agents will tell you these areas are great and leave it at that, but it's much more nuanced than this. San Francisco is dense with many neighborhoods, and many times there's no buffer between them whatsoever. A high-end residential block can be right next to a corridor with a ton of foot traffic, homeless encampments, or open-air drug use. It's not like the suburbs where you have clear boundaries. For example, the Tenderloin bleeds into parts of the Civic Center. Much of the Mission District is totally safe, but other parts have higher crime. Soma is actually similar in this regard. Even in nicer neighborhoods like Noe Valley or the Castro, some blocks feel completely different. To get a grasp on this, I recommend walking that neighborhood at different times during the day. See what it feels like at 7 a.m. versus 7 p.m. Check the block, not just the neighborhood at large. It might even help to talk to people who live on that street or look at crime maps. And here's the thing, your comfort level matters here. Some people are totally fine with urban intensity. Others aren't, and there's no clear right or wrong answer. Many agents avoid this because it's a sensitive subject. They don't want to seem like they're steering you away from certain areas. They might not want to misrepresent a neighborhood, so they might stay vague. But vague doesn't help you. If you're looking to spend $1.5 million on a new home, you need answers. Okay, now let's talk about what many agents don't like to discuss, how they get paid and why that matters. Number 5, agents get paid when you close and why that actually matters. I'm a real estate agent, so obviously I know exactly how we get paid. Unfortunately, we have an incentive problem. Not for all agents, but for some, definitely. An agent only makes their money when you buy, so they're incentivized to get you to buy. Sometimes that means even if the deal isn't right for you, you're overpaying or it's not a lifestyle fit in that neighborhood. I hear about this happening where agents pressure buyers. I've seen people downplay red flags. Agents say this is the best time to buy when it clearly isn't. The truth is we're supposed to be your fiduciaries. That means that we're legally obligated to put your interests over our own. Even so, many agents don't operate this way. In my opinion, a good agent will talk you out of a deal if it's not right for you. They'll tell you if you're overpaying, and they'll tell you if a neighborhood doesn't match the specifics of what you're looking for. A good agent will say that you told me you want quiet and walkability. This neighborhood is loud and you will likely need a car. It just isn't a good fit. A lot of agents will tell you now is the best time to buy. That's not necessarily true. The best time to buy depends on you. Do you have job stability? What's your time horizon? What's your price range? What are your risk tolerances? If you just started a new job, you're not sure how long you'll be in San Francisco for, and the market is at an all-time high, I would tell you that that might not be the best time for you to buy. On the lift side, I've heard of many agents go to a listing presentation and agree to list the property at whatever price the seller wants. Many will do this even if they know it's overpriced just to get the listing. That's not helping the seller. It's helping the listing agent get the listing, and later down the line, they're gonna ask for price reductions. A good agent will be honest. They'll say, I know you think that this property is worth $2 million, but the market's telling us it's worth $1.85 million. When you look for an agent, you're gonna want someone who's transparent, someone who will tell you the downsides of a home, not just the good things. Someone who won't pressure you and will walk you through hard decisions. If an agent is only telling you what you wanna hear, that's a red flag. If an agent is rushing you, that's a red flag. If an agent won't give you honest feedback about a neighborhood or a specific property, that's a red flag. You're making a multi-million-dollar decision, so you want someone in your corner that's looking out for your best interests and not just trying to use you for a commission check. So to recap, we talked about 5 things real estate agents won't tell you about living in San Francisco. And just to be clear, I'm not trying to talk you away from buying here. I love this city and I think it's one of the best places to live in the entire world. Even so, it's expensive, complicated, and there are risks that you need to understand. The goal is to make sure that you are informed and making a better buying decision. Better decisions lead to better outcomes. If you like this video, please consider liking it, and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe and keep up to date with my local real estate content. Thanks for watching, and please share this with anyone who you think it would be useful for. See you in the next one. Bye now.